here to support this huge, heartfelt project. So I'm Ashley Frasca. I work with News 95.5 and AM 750 WSB and Channel 2 Action News. It all fits on a shirt, believe it or not. Really quickly, the group that Jim Butterworth has put together is an amazing group of people. You know, in my time in radio, I do work with a lot of community projects and people, but there has been no other group of bulldogs, literally and figuratively, that I have ever seen the passion and the heart that this group has. So I want to acknowledge, once Coach Mark Richt went to Miami, it kind of feels like the project dropped off a little bit. And the Gales family was still renting the home in Lawrenceville. Fundraising kind of went down, efforts kind of slowed. So Jim Butterworth, who is a Bulldog alumni, as well as myself, he got a group of incredible folks together to revamp this effort. So I want to just quickly acknowledge Lovey Tabron, who's been with the Gales family the entire time from Southern, Sarah Black, Mike Elrod of Currahee Homes, Whit Marshall of Perrin Homes, Dana Morgan, who has been the grassroots effort for a lot of this on Facebook, Lee Futch, John Parker, and Coach Bryant Gant. So a special group of folks, if you have any remarks or ideas or comments for any of our group, please see us after this is over. Now this time I'd like to bring Jim Butterworth up for a morning prayer.
Good morning, y'all. So my prayer is going to be about love and timing. And isn't it amazing? And Devon, Tish, and Donnie, it's been a long road, but as much as you've wanted that time to press on, it's been raining for a little while, but the sun comes out when it's supposed to. So that's going to be a part of my prayer. And then the other part is basically what Ashley just mentioned. And so the team that Ashley just mentioned that has come together, and I'll take no credit for any of it, but that team has kind of come together, and God's kind of nudged folks as we have gone along. But these folks and thousands of other folks just like you all have donated money. We've got about $225,000. We've got the Mike Elrods, we've got the Whit Marshalls, and we've got folks like all of you that are right in the middle of this thing. So we're going to move dirt. Mike tells me within 30 days we're going to be moving dirt right here, and we're going to move a little dirt here in just a second. So y'all pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for your love. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for life. Thank you for friends that are standing right here, for folks that will soon be neighbors to the Gales, for the love that they are already pouring onto the Gales family, just like you have beseeched us to do, dear Lord, and we ask that would continue, that you might continue to pour love onto the Gales family and onto Devon as we all continue to grow together, dear Lord. Thank you for all of that love and all of that blessing. Dear Lord, thank you for your timing. And I know that Devon and the Gales family and Tish, they've woken up in the morning on occasion and they've wondered what in the world your timing is and why it has taken a little while. But we know now, just like the sun that has come out this morning after a whole lot of rain, we know that it's all in your timing. And we acknowledge that, and we love that, dear Lord, and we'll ask that will continue, that we'll go ahead and selfishly say we might ask that it might continue in an expedited manner, but only through your grace and your blessing we ask that we just stay on your timeline, dear Lord. Again, thank you for this morning. Thank you for those that have come out this morning, and those that will be involved with welcoming the Gales family to Jackson County and to Jefferson City. I'll just go ahead and put a little shameless plug in for Jefferson City as well. So, dear Lord, thank you again for your love. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Sure, yeah. All right, Ashley's keeping me straight. So, we can't do this by ourselves, as you all know. We've got quite a list of folks who are helping us in this process. And I want to kind of read a few of them. We're going to kind of let you all know exactly who is helping us as we go along. Right at the top of the list, two of the key players, a guy named Whit Marshall and Perrin Homes. Mike Elrod, like I said, they're the two roverbacks in the whole operation. Mike Elrod, Currahee Homes, Paul LeBooz of We Plan Homes, Team Pest USA Northeast Land Surveying 101 Mobility. Those are a few of the initial names. And Ashley, I mentioned a little while ago that Dr. Shepard called me a minute ago and said that he was on his way, and he's here now. And would you all, I can't even begin to tell you, Tish can and Devon can, but I can't even begin to tell you how much the Shepard Center has blessed this family. And Dr. Shepard's right here. Thank you for making the trip over here. And we'd love for you to make a comment if you can, if you want to, and we'll work over to that. How about that? All right. Thank y'all.
All right, one of the next key players of this team, Coach Bryant Gant, who was through the Richt administration and now the SMART administration, and has been with Devon and his family through the entire time. He's been there when Donnie was unable to be. Donnie's still in Baton Rouge, traveling back and forth. The family is a unit, and I think, Uncle Bryant, you're my favorite.
Thanks, Ashley. Most time when you say Bryant Gant, people are like, who are you talking about? I hardly go by Bryant, it's just Gant. If you said Bryant around the athletic department, people start looking around like, who are they talking about? So it's just really just Gant. But I just want to thank all y'all for being here. This is a really special moment for the Gales family, for Dog Nation. It's been a long road, but we finally see the light. So I just want to kind of go back through a small timeline of how we got here. The date was September 26, 2015. The whole Dog Nation was thinking about Georgia playing at the school, Southern University. We didn't know anything about Southern. Only thing we knew is they had a great band. That's all we knew. We know, hey, they're going to have a great band. They're going to turn the stadium out. We're going to be jamming. We're going to have a good time. Little did we know that game would change the life of so many people. That game will show the true nature of the Dog Nation. Had the injury during the game, a kid by the name of Devon Gales, who I never heard of. Didn't even think about looking for his name on the roster. Like I said, we planned this team. We're gonna have a good time at halftime. But that game and that injury was kind of touching to the Dog Nation. Sometimes when you have injuries at another school, the medical staff take care of you and send you on your way. But we didn't do that here at Georgia. Ryan Corson, who has been instrumental in all these efforts, is one of the greatest men that I know, had a vision. Devon was going to Shepard doing rehab, and not knowing what his outcome was going to be with his rehab, how far he was going to progress. Ryan Corson said, again, we need to think about getting together and trying to build Devon a handicapped accessible home. I said, that's a great idea, Ron. He said, so we'll sit down and talk about it, and we'll go. But in the meantime, November came up, we had a birthday party for Devon. And during that birthday party, someone gave me a card. They said, if I can ever do anything for you, please don't hesitate to contact me. That same person gave Tish a card and told her the same thing. Well, you know, every time you have something, people are always giving you cards, telling you, if you need any help, reach out to me, I'll help you. So you kind of keep it in your head and put it in your back pocket, but you move on, okay? We started to drive a campaign to build Devon a house. Initially, it had a failed effort, so it kind of died down. But Ryan Corson could not let it go. He was so hurt, he could not let it go. He we can't accept this. So he started out with a new vision, started out a new campaign. He said, we got to get this done. So Tish and I had already been talking about, this guy who had given us his card. Maybe we should reach out to him for ask for help. Little did we know, this guy had already reached out to Mr. Shepard, talking about Devon. Had reached out to Ryan Corson, talking about Devon. Said he had it on his heart. Said God put it on his heart to reach out to these efforts and try to help us. Ryan sent them the email, said, okay, I'm gonna have Gant, Lubby, Sarah, and some more people get in contact with you. We're gonna form a team. Then he said we're gonna have Mr. Parker come in because he's a lawyer in all of this. So we got together with Jim Butterworth and said, wow, God is amazing. That long time ago, we was thinking about who should we reach out to this guy, but this guy's reaching out to us about, I want to help y'all in these efforts. Jim started putting together another combined team. I also had a guy reach out to me during the season. He said, I want to help in these efforts. I said, okay, fine. He said, I'm a home builder. I build homes, but actually I'm on your sideline every game. I provide oxygen for the team. So he and I exchanged emails and texts for a while, but we never met. Passed each other every game on the sideline. Well, we have so many people on the sideline, we're focusing on winning the game. I'm not thinking about the other stuff going on. Finally, I was like, I got to find this guy on our sideline. I walk up and down, and immediately we connected eyes, and we knew who each other was, and it was Mike. He said, we're going to get this done some kind of way. Time goes on, fundraising effort picks up. Had a dinner at Capitol Grill in Atlanta. Jim said, I got someone else I want to bring to the team. So we go have lunch in Atlanta, drive up, meet Jim, meet this lady. We're going on about how we can reach out, how we can start these efforts. Ashley from WSB said, hey, we're going to get this done. I'm going to go back to my producers, my manager, and I'm going to push them, and I'm going to get this done. So we started out the effort, and on G-Day, we kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And I got to tell you something about Jim and Ashley. If you lag, they're going to push you. If you drop something by the wayside, they're going to pick it up and put it in your face and keep going, keep going. So they would not let this effort die. They would not let it die. And God put them in this effort for a reason. We don't know why. We don't know why this happened. But apparently, it's God's way, and it's God's will for us to get this done. So as we moved on, Jim and Mike reached out to Whit Marshall. Whit said, yeah, I'll be glad to join this effort. Matter of fact, I have some lots up there. You think the Gales family would want to come up and look at some lots? If they're interested, I'll be willing to donate a lot and do all I can to help get this effort done. So we had a meeting up here at Kirky Home a couple of months ago. We drove out here to this lot. It was actually with trees on it then. And Donnie and Tish and the family looked at it and said, yeah, we like it. We said, it's yours. What if you need, it's yours. We'll be able to get it. That's just a testament of what God does. You don't know. We don't know. And we have all these people here. We had all these fundraising effort. We need all this money. We need all this money. Yeah, we're still trying to raise money. Well, we still haven't reached our goal financially. But we're able to start breaking ground because what we have is so many people have wanted to donate their time, their effort, their materials. So we figured that we could start this effort without getting the monetary goal we have. But we have some of the stuff that we need as far as material, the labor, the land. So we got a couple more steps we need to acquire, but we are on our way. So the vision is now, they say you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, right now this sun is shining, it was raining, but now that sun means something to us. It's the light at the end of this tunnel. And I think the Gales family are thankful to all of you all, this whole team here, some of them couldn't make it, and to Ron Corson, who had the initial vision as far as getting the Gales family a handicapped accessible home, and that's coming to light. So I just want to say thank you to all of y'all. Thank you for my team back here. Thank you for the Gales family, and thank you, God.
So Coach Gant mentioned a lot of the subcontractors who've come forward. We'll read a few more. Jarrett Phillips Construction Company cleared the land. They were one of the first groups to be able to touch this lot. Peter and Holly Rainey, founders of Sunshine on a Rainy Day, Down South Plumbing, Mohawk Industries, Harry Warren of Georgia, Max Stone, Ferguson Enterprises, Traditions in Tile and Stone, Carter Lumber, and Harbin Lumber. Now, if you're here from the Traditions of Brazelton neighborhood, and your neighbors, raise your hand. Wow, that is amazing. Thank you for being a part. That's so moving to me. Thank you for being a part of welcoming the Gales home. That means so much. So the official welcome from the Traditions of Brazelton neighborhood comes from the CEO of Perrin Homes, who made this possible for us to stand here today, Whit Marshall.
Thank y'all, Bryant, or Mr. Gant, or Coach Gant, I should say. I appreciate that. That was a great talk about really where this project started and where it's come. It's really amazing what's happened over the past 3 years. I know that the Gales family has been through not only the devastating injury, but also several floods that happened in Baton Rouge and a lot of challenges. So it's great to see that this is coming together, and I really appreciate these guys for stepping up and pushing this through. I just happened to be lucky enough to get a call from Mike Elrod and saying that, we need a lot, and we were just really excited to have the Gales and really feel privileged to be a part of this. I really do. So I want to thank all of them for sure. Also want to thank the Traditions of Braselton community. We just saw a list of hands or a group of people with the hands up that are from this community. This is a terrific community, and I really feel like you guys will be welcomed here with open arms and with, have as much support as you could possibly have. Or if you don't want, obviously it's a fine line between having a lot of support and being overwhelmed. So we should be conscious of that for sure. But I think this is it's a great community, and you guys will really enjoy it. I spoke to, let me also thank the Parent Homes team for putting this together, or being a part of putting this together and setting it up and that sort of thing. Thanks to all you guys for doing that. Big help and big thank you. And also to Jennifer Giason, who leads the management of Traditions. I talked to her yesterday and I said, how do you think the turnout's going to be? The weather was looking bad and all this. And I said, how do you think the turnout for the community is going to be? And she said, I think it's going to be pretty good. And then, I left, and about 5 minutes later, I received a text from her, and she said, and she posted something on Facebook, and I don't know a whole lot about Facebook, or social media for that much, but Jennifer said the Facebook post she made for this event outperformed any post she's ever made in regards to this community or anything else. So I thought that was a pretty good indication of the warmth and support from this community and what they'll provide, and a great environment to live and raise your kids. So I think this is a great place, and we're real excited to have you here. All kidding aside, the Gales have had such a difficult challenge here for the last 3 years. They deserve a good break and good people around them and support them, and they certainly have that great team here, which I'm very honored to be a part of. One quick story about when Mike called me originally and said, hey, would you guys be interested in donating a lot? I said, absolutely. Let me know what we need to do. We met the Gales, I guess Tish and Devon, and I guess Donnie, you weren't there originally. Donnie wasn't there, but Tish, Devon, Tia, and Galen were here, and they met the next week. Basically about 5 days after Mike had called and said, let's meet at the sales center. We can sit there and talk about, he's like, Mike is asking me to show the community and where it is. And I pull out a site plan. I'm showing them, what the different pieces of the community are, the different pods and the amenities with the pools and that sort of thing. And I look over and I can't remember who it was. I guess it was Tish that was using the FaceTime so that Donnie could look at it and watch it. And at that point, I realized, this is something, really special that's happening. And, there's all smiles, and I felt like, I was trying to sell them on the neighborhood, and they were really enjoying, what they saw and excited about it. And so then we drove out to the lot and looked at it, and they picked out a lot. And then the next morning, Donnie gets on a flight early in the morning and flies here to Atlanta. I think he caught what did you catch, a 6:45 a.m. flight the next morning, and we come out here and meet in that afternoon on, I think it was a Wednesday afternoon, and we come out to the project and come out to the lot and show him, and we'll look at all the lots and finally really decide on one lot, and it was lot 7, and Donnie says, Project Lucky 7, and I said, that's perfect. And but I tell you, I think they're very excited about it, and it's funny how things happen for different reasons, and it's great to see this. And I'll tell you, it really says a lot about the Bulldog Nation. I can't tell you how many people have called me or texted me or emailed me about, this project and the Gales and everything, asking what they can do to help. So I feel confident we got the right leadership group here that's pushing this along, and we're going to get this thing done. So really excited about it, and real excited about these guys being welcomed here at Traditions Braselton. Thank you.